Now, I want to talk to you today about responding instead of reacting.
Get up, everybody move.
Hey, what's going on, family? Hope everything is well with you, at least, because we know not everything is well with everybody. And a lot of this turmoil and struggle has to do with how we are reacting and not responding to what's going on around us. Now, first of all, I want to apologize in advance if any trucks go by. I'm pretty close to the road for this one, so sorry in advance if anything kind of distorts my voice, but I'll try my best to speak up. Now, I want to talk to you today about responding instead of reacting. You see, when something comes along, whether it's, an illness like the COVID-19 or maybe some sort of tragedy that's like a natural disaster, or something happens where your whole world is rocked, where something throws you off your normal routine and change is thrown right in your face, we have a tendency to react. We have a tendency to basically believe that the first feelings that we get on the inside of our body, the first emotions that pop up, are the emotions that we should respond with. And this is because most of the time, we're not in the habit of checking our own thoughts. We trust ourselves too much. And by ourselves, I mean our reactions. We trust our reactions far too much, with too much trust. And as a result, what seems to happen is when something big occurs, everybody goes into chaos. You see people fighting in grocery stores. You see people rioting in the streets, depending on what the situation is. And really, although maybe a small percentage of those people are really trying to voice what their truth is, most people are simply reacting. And reacting in a way that will not bring any peace and any type of win-win situation. And you see, the real issue is that we've accidentally learned to not even value a win-win situation when our emotions are thrown out of whack. When our emotions are thrown off and our attitude is all messed up, we want to be the only one that wins. And that's why we react in a way that we try to take control over every little detail that we can control. When really, we're worried about a whole bunch of things that we cannot control and that we have no control over. And so today I just wanted to get on and encourage you to remember the fact that fighting for peace is like screaming for silence. Okay, fighting for peace is like screaming for silence. You only create more of that which you do not want, of that which is not harmonious with what you want most for yourself in the world. Now, what's helped me on my journey so far in not reacting, but instead taking a second to think, use that mind, and then respond in a way that's in harmony with what I want most for myself in the world, is meditation. I am a meditation coach myself, but even if you do not seek my help, please try and get with somebody that can teach you the fundamentals and maybe some of the deep truths about meditation. Meditation is a practice that should be done daily, at least around a half hour per day. And everybody, no matter who you think you are, has a half hour per day that they can spare for meditation. And what it does is it allows, in your silence, right? Because when you meditate, your outside appearance is quiet. Although for beginner meditators, the inside is very noisy. It's very jumpy on the inside. And so what you do is you bring your attention to the silence that's even behind the inner noise. And you try and keep your attention there. And what that does is that brings up and sort of bubbles up all of the unnecessary emotional gunk that's in your system, that's in your thought muscle memory, you could say. Right? You know what muscle memory is? It's like when you drive and something is suddenly in the way of your car and you know exactly how to move really quick to get around it, that's muscle memory. You just know. Or if you're a fighter and someone throws a jab, you know to dodge a certain kind of way or to block and parry a certain kind of way. That's muscle memory. So you have thought muscle memory. You have reactions in your thought patterns that are stored and sort of ready to activate as soon as something happens, as soon as something changes your mood or changes the way you think about something. And so what happens is our muscle memory gets programmed to not respond well to change. And when you're constantly on your phone and then on your computer, and the only time you're quiet is when you're asleep, then when you go to meditate, right, you try and become silent inside and out, then all of the muscle memory of there has to be noise here, if there's no noise, I'm uncomfortable, that sort of bubbles up and tries to come out of your system and tries to basically create noise in your mind so that you can be calm. But again, even on the inside out, fighting for peace is like screaming for silence. And so our internal muscle memory tries to fight for peace in the form of give me my addictions, give me my TV, give me my random daydreaming that is not linked to a purpose. Give me my complaints about what I don't like about my life and my situation and the world I live in. And when you're not giving it to it, when you're keeping your attention on that silence that's behind all noise, internal and external, then that sort of bubbles up. And so I want to encourage you today to start aligning yourself with people that can show you the truth behind a practice like meditation. And I want you to meditate at least, try 5 minutes. Just try 5-minute meditation. Feel free to hit me up. Just go to facebook.com/ufuluchild or instagram.com/ufuluchild and hit me up if you want to, look into how to meditate. I am a pretty good coach, I've been told. And my practice has brought me so much. I mean, I've lost fears. I grew up, if you know me, then you know for the majority of my life, see, there goes a truck. You know that for the majority of my life, I was very afraid of bees and wasps, and I no longer fear bees. I don't know if one came and landed on my face that I would look unafraid because I have so much muscle memory that's ready to react and jump and be real jumpy about that kind of stuff. But at the same time, even if I do react on the outside, on the inside, I know how to keep my attention off of the fear and on what I want most for myself in the world. So I hope that makes sense. And meditation has also brought me great self-confidence in my own ability to manifest in my world what I want. And that has led me down the path of manifestation to where now lots of good things are happening. And I'll put it like that, not to make it too personal, So I encourage you to remember the statement, fighting for peace is like screaming for silence. And look at your own life. Look at any type of instances where you found yourself trying to fight and with your iron fist control your environment to make it what you wanted and to make yourself peaceful with force. It will never actually work out. Okay, eventually you'll calm down because change will happen no matter what, but it won't be because you forced that to happen. So fighting for peace is like screaming for silence. I want you guys to really take that in and learn from it all that you can. With me, I'm not trying to put myself above you or anything like that. I'm just saying it's a good rule of thumb, or just a good statement to remind yourself of every now and then, especially in times like this where everybody's thrown off their game and a lot of people are living with the wrong attitude. I'll just put it like that. So be blessed, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Peace and love, y'all. So if you're new to Ufulu Child, make sure you subscribe to get more mind mastery content dropped straight into your YouTube feed. If you enjoyed today's episode of Get Your Mind Right, let me know by clicking that like button, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Peace and love.